Welcome back to another episode of Fresh Film Talk. Today, I'm joined with the award-winning filmmaker and photographer. He's earned recognition at festivals like Independent and Queer Voices of NYC for his short film Brown Boy. You can catch his sound mixing on the first 48 critical minutes. He's directed powerful visual projects like 1 plus 5 plus 4. He continues to use his craft and highlight underrepresented voices and turn live experiences into impactful art. From adversity to art, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I give you the Dev Thompson.
Hey, how y'all doing? Appreciate you for having me.
What's going on, Dev?
Chilling, man. Chilling. Good to be here.
All right, so before we dive deep into why you're here, let's get a little bit of background about yourself. So you grew up in South Cumminsville, is that correct?
Yep, west side of Cincinnati.
So came out the trenches?
Out the trenches.
Out the trenches, all right. So what was that environment like for you?
West side of Cincinnati in the 90s, during the crack era, there's just a lot of things going on, a lot of noise in the streets. But my family was really connected. Like half of South Cumminsville was my family.
Okay.
So like for me, I knew not to get into the street life, or my cousins kept me away from the street life.
Okay.
So
you're the true meaning of it takes a village to raise a child.
Yeah,
okay.
for sure.
Yeah, man. So let's dive a little bit deeper, man. I know you said your family stopped you from, turning into the street life or anything like that, but was there any temptation there? Any I might consider it, or was it they already set a good foundation for me for me to not consider going into that street life or a negative side, would you say?
Yeah, there's always temptation. I wouldn't even really call it temptation. It's just like the way of life. You know what I mean? Like there's just something you fall into. But I like to tell people I grew up on the other side of it, like having a parent that it is addicted to drugs, that was addicted to drugs. So you see it, and that pushed me away too. It's like, okay, she's using drugs, they're selling drugs, and everybody's messed up, And so it's like I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna go do my own thing. I'm gonna go read some comic books and chill with my cousins over there, going out in the streets and getting involved in things like that.
So when did you realize that storytelling and making movies will be an outlet for you?
I guess as a young age, like cutting up those comic books, like I said before, cutting up those comic books and like using that to escape through art and stuff. But like once I start making money from it, it's like, all right, I could do this. I could pay my bills with this. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you got this inspiring film called Brown Boy. So what was the inspiration behind that? How did you, what's the start and finish on that project?
So Brown Boy, it's about me, about 12 years old. But like I wrote Brown Boy during COVID. I was taking care of my grandmother and just going through things, like going through my life. And my uncle always told me like, yo, you need to start talking about your life. Like that's what's gonna hit. I'm like, nah, like I want to do this, And I wrote a poem called Brown Boy, which the film is based off of.
Okay.
And
so you're a poet too?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
You?
I'm learning new things about you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Through this whole process, I didn't know about, you moving to Atlanta and you being homeless and you being a poet and all that.
Yeah.
So I'm learning new things about you, man.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Yeah, just writing about my emotions and my feelings. Sometimes that come out in poetry. Sometimes it's just me journaling. And writing about Brown Boy brought that up. Then my boy Mufaro, he was really like into the idea of making a film.
Okay.
And I was just like, it was on the back burner. It was like, I just wrote this down. He was like, nah, we need to do this. And I moved to Atlanta, and every time I saw him came back up to Cincinnati, it was like, what's up with Brown Boy? What's up with Brown Boy?
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I'm here now, so let's do it,
Yeah. So what would you say is the most challenging? Because you wrote the Brown Boy, right? And then did you direct it as well?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so what was that? Was it a challenge doing it that way because you were the writer and director, or do you think it was easier to, for the production of you being the director as well?
It was a little challenging just because like it comes from my heart, and being vulnerable with myself and directing yourself, because like I wasn't
Yeah.
supposed to be in the film. One of my
Yeah.
cousins was supposed to be my role. He didn't show up.
Oh, okay.
Miscommunication. My
Yeah.
bad, cuz. But so I had to be in it too and like direct myself. But that's when Mufaro stepped up and was like, "Yo, I got you," and trusting him and just bouncing off each other's, and learning from each other on set.
So how did it feel seeing a 12-year-old actor portray your younger self?
Um, at first, I was like, when we first met Jay, um, I was like, I don't think I could do this, you know. But as I got to know him, and we
So
had,
so what made you say that to yourself? Like you didn't think you could do it?
cause like I felt like I was gonna have to take this kid through my story, and
Okay.
put him in my mindset, and I felt like that was gonna be a little bit too much for me, cause it was just to see myself in this kid again. Was be too many emotions to come up for myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
And once we start talking, and his life was kind of similar to mine, and every other weekend we would get together and we would go over my mannerisms, or like how I want you to listen to music or how I want you to walk, and it's like, okay, it gets a little easier.
Okay. So that was you, so like walk me through how was that able, because you had some concerns, but how were you able to overcome those hurdles per se, like specifically?
Spending more time with him,
Okay.
spending more time with him, getting
That
to
was
know
it.
him,
Okay.
and really going back and looking at pictures of myself as a kid, and recognizing that this is not only that was a hard time in my life, but there was a lot of joy there, so I can open up more. I wasn't focused on the negative shit. Can I
Okay.
cuss in here? My bad.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's
won't cuss. It's
just
cool.
try to yeah,
Yeah,
because this is for the Black film series and
yeah,
everything
yeah,
like that. So you try to keep it. But I mean, if there's no other word that you feel like you that can express how you feel, go
yeah,
ahead. I'll just bleep it out
yeah, yeah.
if it's too vulgar. But yeah,
The
man,
negative things, people. The
yeah,
negative
yeah, for
things.
sure, for sure. So I touched on this a little bit. You touched on this a little bit, but let's talk about your move to Atlanta. So like,
Mm.
what inspired you to move from Cincinnati to Atlanta? Was it the filmmaking aspect, or was it something else? Or give us a little bit background on that.
It was two things. I wanted to do bigger projects. I wanted to meet more people, other
Mm.
filmmakers, and also it get cold in Cincinnati, and like I'm not built for it for
Yeah.
real, and I wanted to experience something different. So like moving there was I really didn't tell anyone. I just
So you just
saved up my bread, jumped in a car one weekend, was like, I'm gonna do this, called my homies in Atlanta, was like, yo, I'm on my way.
dang.
And that was that.
So what was the story? Why didn't you tell anybody?
Because some people don't see your vision, some people
Mm.
just don't get it.
Yeah.
Uh like some people, if they never been where you've been, they say
Yeah.
you're gone too far. Like
Yeah.
you can't do this. Like you need to stay here. And I was just like, I wanted to keep it to myself, between me and God,
Mhm.
and my close friends.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, cause our community is so esoteric, where it's just like, if you're not in it, like a lot of people that's outside of it don't get it. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Because we're conditioned in one way. We're conditioned to in schools where we have to do 9 to 5s
Mm-hmm.
and have a traditional job, and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
you you live your life that way, save up, get a 401k, and live off retirement
Mm-hmm.
and all that. So when it comes to when you're in a particular position, you're unhappy with your 9 to 5, or you're unhappy with your schooling or so, and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and take an investment in myself, and just jump,
Yeah,
like how
exactly.
you said, you know what, I saved my bread up and didn't tell nobody, and I just jumped, took a leap of faith, and
Mm-hmm.
look where you are now.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
So that I say kudos to you, man, for doing that. That was very brave and bold of you to do that, man. So so what is so you went to Atlanta,
Yeah.
and then what happened after that? Because I know you got into a little situation.
Yes,
So
yeah.
tell us about that, man.
So I get to Atlanta. The day I get there, my Airbnb canceled. I had an Airbnb for 2 months.
Dang.
Right, it canceled. So I'm talking to my homie. Yo, he let me crash on his floor a few times, but
Mm,
I wasn't broke. I had money in my pocket, and I was
mm.
driving Lyft for 12 hours out each day,
Okay.
and I was just sleeping in my car, going to the gym, and going to film meetups and stuff like that. But like a lot of that time spent in my car, I was reading, talking to God, like everything that I was listening to, from the music to the from Nipsey Hussle, Odyssey, everything was telling you to keep going, telling me to keep going. The books I was reading, The Courage to Create, and Warriors of the Light. It's just all these books were just telling you to keep going, trust in yourself. So I was spending time on in the back seat, leather seats, in the summer. Sunroof open.
Oh wow.
Hot as
Yeah, I'm
ever.
not.
In Atlanta, in the parking lot, talking
Yeah.
to God, like, show me something that's gonna get me through. Like, let me know that I'm in the right place, like I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah, man. And then you had a news interview here locally with our local news channel, WCPO Channel 9.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the quotes, I believe you said, to all my Black filmmakers out there, tell your story. So why is that message so important to you?
Because sometimes we don't have the opportunity to tell our story. Sometimes we get caught up in grind culture and we're working on like everybody else's project. And like at the beginning of Brown Boy, it says, never let a hard time humble you. Sometimes people are afraid to tell their story because it's an embarrassment, or they feel like they're not enough to tell their story. So that's why that's important to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So man, so what's up? What's next with you, man? Any upcoming projects coming up or?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I got some stuff coming up. I'm writing 2 films right now.
Like short films or feature films?
Short
Okay.
films. I'm not ready for the feature films yet. That's a lot of time and energy, and it's coming though. I'm just not there yet.
So if you can give an advice to your younger self, what would it be?
Be more patient with yourself. Like I'm really hard on myself, and like, oh, I should have did this or should have did this at a younger age. I'm 37 now, and I start making films when I was 30.
Yeah.
And it's like I used to beat myself up over that, but like I wasn't ready then.
Yeah.
So I would tell myself to be patient, like it's coming.
So you say you started when you were 30?
Yeah.
And you're 37 now?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're moving on the right track, or you feel like that track is going too slow? Do you feel like, I'm 37 right now, do I have a future in film for me, or like what's your thoughts?
When it comes to my age, I don't think about my age anymore.
Okay.
And I've been blessed to do these projects and meet different people. It's like God got me.
Yeah.
I can be 60 before something big happens. But like what's big? I'm doing what I love right now. So like I don't trip over that anymore.
Hey, man, you don't look 37, bro.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. You get any grades yet?
No grades.
No grades, man. Hey, that's what's up.
Got
bro.
all my hair. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I'm like, man, you dyeing your mustache?
Nah,
man. Not yet.
That's crazy work.
Yeah. I've been thinking about it sometimes. I ain't gonna lie to you. So, where can people? I'm gonna toss you a oop.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if you gonna catch it up.
Okay.
All right. So, where can people catch Brown Boy? Where can people follow your work at?
Dev for sure is my IG. That's where most of my work is. Brown Boy is coming up on Thursday, the 27th. Cincinnati Public Library,
Forest
Park location, 5:30 to 8.
Yep.
Hosted by my boy right here.
Yes, sir.
Two Fresh Productions.
Yes, sir.
And we have 3 other filmmakers with me.
Yeah, so we have Bernard Fields, which is a jumper guy, and then we also have Alicia Redmond with Willows. That's the name of her film, and then we also have Silas Tibbs, who's going to present his film Attrition as well.
Dope.
Yeah.
Followed by a Q&A, right?
Yep. Also Q&A. I mean, so much to name out there that we got. So we got Q&A. We're gonna have a red carpet. We're gonna have a raffle. So prizes will be handed out. Free popcorn, free beverages. So definitely it's time to be had. So definitely come out, support us, and support my boy Dev Thompson, man.
Yeah, come out and chill with us. Listen to some stories.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So any final thoughts you want to give to the audience before we wrap up?
No, man, I appreciate everyone that's been supporting me and has been in my corner. I appreciate Cincinnati and all the filmmakers that, reach out and like give me a hand or advice, or, let's just chill and chop it up. Like it means a lot.
Appreciate that. All right, audience. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Fresh Film Talk. Remember to like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. And always remember, stay fly, stay humble, stay fresh. Peace. You've been watching the show, haven't you?
You said I
Yeah,
saw the peace.
oh, okay,
I saw
okay,
the
okay.
peace, you know?
Peace, y'all. We out.